Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to my GTA 5 Mod Spotlight series, where today we are having a look at yet another wonderful mod, this time in the form of the Savehouse Mod, which is being brought to us by users Kottabos and Henry Smafter, and what this glorious little piece of work looks to add into the game is the ability for you to both purchase or even just rent houses, apartments, and even hotel rooms across the great city of Los Santos. And oh, I just love that so much. It has been one of the biggest disappointments for me in the single player of this game that the only properties we can purchase are businesses. I would love to be able to buy houses and apartments around the city like we can in online mode, but sadly here in single player we just don't have that ability. You just get given whatever house your character gets in the campaign. And well, that bothers me. But of course, in comes the Savehouse Mod, which changes all of that, so let's take a look at what all this brings into the game and how you use it. And first and foremost, we should take a look at the map, because there are a lot, I repeat, a lot of new icons spread all across this great land, including all the way up there with that lonesome little hotel up in the north. But if we sort of zoom into this area, you may notice we have several different icons here. The first one is this little house with rounded corners on the bottom of the house. We then also have just a regular house here with the 90-degree angles on the bottom, and then we also have houses with little dollar signs on them. And these denote the three major sort of icons used for this mod. Now, this one here, the house with the rounded corners, that is a motel or a hotel that you can rent a room in. The houses with the straight edges on the bottom, those are houses or apartments that you can rent. Now, the hotels and motels, you can only rent them for a short amount of time, anywhere between a day and a week, and varying amount of days in between. The apartments and houses, anywhere from a day to a month is sort of their time limit. And once you do rent them, that's when you get this icon with the little dollar sign. That dollar sign shows that you have rented that property and you now have access to it, which is just wonderful. And so let's zoom out again to show all of those various properties across Los Santos, and all of these little hotels, motels, apartments, and even houses are all available to rent. And I should point out here that these houses are only for rent. If you want to buy a house, we'll talk about that later. You actually have to go to a real estate agent and buy a house, but all of these icons are for rentable properties. And we are, of course, here at the Venetian down on the beach side. So let's exit out and show you how the renting process works. So if we just sort of drop off the building here, excellent, and walk towards the icon, which usually is at a door at sort of the front of the building, typically, and you'll notice we have a new little UI up in the top left-hand side of the screen, which has the Savehouse Mod on, and the first line shows us how much it is to rent per night, and if we click that, we can in fact just rent it for one night. If we hit cancel, it will take us out of that UI and we can go back on our merry way. So that is what you do there, but if we go back to the door, we can also rent, as you can see, for 2 nights or 4 nights. Now this is for a sort of upscale hotel. Lesser hotels are usually like 3 days or 5 to 7, etc., and of course for a lot lower of a price. Now you may also notice something as well here, that on the screen, at the center of the screen, we keep getting welcomed to the Venetian Motel. It's kind of hard to see because that, of course, is white trim on that door, but there we go, you can see it better there. That's kind of an odd bug that this mod has at the moment. Some of the doors, their hitboxes don't seem to be quite in the right place. So some of the properties, whenever you're standing in front of the door, it'll keep welcoming you to that hotel, which of course, whenever that does pop up on the screen, it recenters your cursor or your selection back to this US $240 for one night. So if we're on this screen, Oh, actually, it already went on us. If we go to this screen, which confirms the purchase for 1 night, and wait until that pops up again, there we go. It kicks us back to the US dollars 240 for 1 night. It's an odd bug, but it's just something I kind of got to deal with for now. It's not on all the properties. It seems to mainly be on hotels, but you do find it on some of the houses too. But if we do grab the 240 for a night, say yes to confirm, you'll see that we got 240 taken out of our bank account, and now we have a new UI here when we're at the door, where it shows us how long we have left here at this motel, or hotel rather, which is of course 1 day. And also we can go inside, or once again cancel to go about your merry way. But if we go inside, and I will suggest to you right away, once it starts to load you, start walking forward. As with hotels, this seems to be another bug. You'll notice that the door is still open, and that is oblivion outside. If I wouldn't have stepped forward, we would have started to fall infinitely into the void, and it would be bad. Just another little bug that is an oddity at the moment. Hopefully that does get fixed in the future. But no, now we are in this hotel room, which doesn't seem to be very upscale considering the price. And there's also a guy in here, which is weird. Very, very weird. Now, the actual hotel room itself, it kind of makes sense, of course, because there are only limited number of interiors in the game. So they probably don't have a higher scale, nicer hotel room. It's just the same dingy one for every hotel or motel that you do go and rent. And currently, the only thing you can do inside these buildings, sadly, is save the game. You can't go and say take a shower in here or anything like that. All you can do is go to the side of the bed and get this little UI where you can of course save the game, or of course cancel or exit the house. Now, I say that it's unfortunate because, well, I would like to have some other interactions in here similar to the household interactions in online, and hopefully those come eventually. This is still a mod very much in beta, so there's a lot of things for them to work out in the future, but for now it's just saving and of course the fact that you have a freaking house, or of course hotel room, as in this case. But whenever you're done saving or doing what you have to do in here, or just, you know, chilling, you can hit exit house and you will pop back out front of the building, and yeah, you can go and do your GTA style things. Now, of course, if we walk away so you can better see the icon, if we go to the map, you will notice that now on that spot is that $ icon showing that we do, of course, have this place rented. Now, that's how renting works. So how does buying a property work? Well, what you need to do is go to the real estate agent, which is down here. So I'm going to teleport over there for simplicity's sake. Boom. God, I love that teleport mode. And what you want is this building right here. You'll notice, of course, that we do have that briefcase on the map, which shows you the realtor. And what you want to do is walk in between these columns. If you go to the other columns, it doesn't seem to work. It's these columns. That is the only entrance into the real estate agent. So what you do is just go down and hit go inside. There we are, and we'll be inside of our real estate agent office, where we have a variety of options. Now in here we can sell homes, buy high-end homes, buy middle-class homes, or of course low-end properties. And in each of these is at least 20 properties you can buy, totaling, of course, at least 60. I forget the exact number. I think it's like 21 or 22 in these categories, but around 60 different houses that you can buy in Los Santos. Anything from a low-end, crappy little trailer in the desert to one of the big mansions in town, and that is wonderful. But first, what we're going to do, before we actually buy a home, we're going to sell a home. And I'm only doing this first because it's first in the menu here. And I already have a home purchased in Los Santos, so if we go into I stand corrected. I could have sworn I bought that at home, but I guess I must have sold it testing things earlier. So never mind, let's go buy a middle-class home. Because, well, I like the middle-class houses. They're very cool and good in size. You'll notice oh god, we have 26 in here. Oh, that's more than I thought. And you can just navigate between the different houses by either previous house or next house. And once you find a house that you like, you can just say, if we want this one for $705,000, we just need to choose this house, and then it'll take us to show us the interior of said house. There we are, so that's what it looks like on the inside, and we can confirm our purchase here. So yes, we want to purchase this home for $705,000. It then asks us to confirm it again. A little annoying that it asks us to confirm it twice, but oh, well, what are you gonna do? And once we hit yes, there we go. We wait for the fade. There we are back in the real estate office, and now we can go sell this house. We could go visit it first. It's this house just over by the police department, but you know what? We're going to sell it, then we're going to buy a high-end home and go visit that. And so yes, once you do have a home that you have purchased, you can go and navigate between them here if you have multiples, which of course I don't, so if I hit next, it goes exactly to that same one. But if we choose this house, we can then sell it for the exact same price that we bought it for. There isn't any appreciation or depreciation, yes, there we go, there's the word, of the properties. You just go and sell them and buy them for the exact same amounts of money, which I guess, you know, works. I'd love to see something a bit more interesting, but oh well, what are you gonna do? Now let's actually go to some of the high-end homes, because there are some impressive freaking ones in here. This one, not so impressive. Moving swiftly on. Also, not quite so impressive. Oh, this is where I got the 21 number from. The high-end homes has the 21. This home, pretty impressive, and quite a steal for only $2.15 million. But the house I think we're gonna buy is, I believe, yes, this one. There we go, for $8.75 million. There we are. We have now purchased a giant freaking mansion, and that is the interior that we get with that. Again, remember guys, there aren't a whole lot of interiors in the game, so you know, you kind of just got to deal with what you get. This is certainly not a mansion interior, but what are you gonna do? There's only so many. But we can go and purchase that property. Yes, we will purchase it, and that took away, oh god, a lot of my money. And then let's go and visit it. So let's go to exit here, and then of course go to our map. And you'll notice on the map we have an icon. Where is that house? Ah, there it is, over by the golf course. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So we have purchased this mansion that's over by the golf course. So let's target there for my teleport. Boom. There we go. And this is our lovely new house. Yes, we now own this, and it makes me happy. So let's just go up to the door and go inside. And now once inside, of course, I am stuck in the ceiling. There we go. Yes, this is obviously our giant mansion and not the property of that one cousin of the guy in the campaign. Yes. Yes. Again, guys, remember beta, and also the fact that they only have so many properties that they can deal with. Oh, and this one, actually, the save isn't on the bed. Is the save somewhere else? I haven't actually purchased this property yet. Well, let's see. Let's wander around. Not there. Oh. Oh, hey, we can turn the TV on in this mansion at least. That's a plus. Beautiful. Yeah, we actually don't have a save point in here, it would appear. Oh, we can browse the internet, so that's a bonus. Well, let's just go back to the door, and we can always exit from here. Now, whenever you're inside of a building, if you walk towards the front door, it automatically just exits you. But yeah, there we go. We have a giant mansion, which of course we can go and sell whenever we so desire. But what is additionally fun about this mod is if there isn't a property at the realtor's office that you want, or in the world that you want, what you can do is... Oh god, I was hoping there'd be like a house or something. Ah, there's a house just right across the way we can purchase. Actually, I'm wondering if that one's already for sale considering the sign. Let's go to the one next door to it. Jump over and say, for instance, we want this house to be for sale and we would like its location. All you need to do is go up anywhere on the property, honestly, but I always like to go up to the front door just to keep consistency with things. And then what you need to do is hold down Control and hit 1 on the numpad, and we can create a custom house here. Or alternatively, you can just create a save spot, which this is useful for inside the houses. Like in the previous mansion, it didn't really seem to have a save spot in there, so we could create a save spot inside. But let's say we want this house. There we go. We can choose the class, which of course we're going to pick high class, and then we can pick which interior we do want, which will depend on the cost of the actual apartment or building you're wanting. So we're going to go for the luxurious apartment, of course, and that will set the price. So the price of this place is 1.25 million. We're going to confirm, and bam, we have turned this house into our own house. And if we go inside, it'll have the high-end apartment interior. Oh, there we go. I thought we were going to fall through the world there for a second. And yeah, beautiful. Now, of course, you did see just then that we purchased a giant giant mansion building, and now we're in a high-rise apartment. But you know what? Again, they only have so many interiors to deal with, guys. You gotta work with what you got. But yeah, this is a wonderful mod. I've been having a whole lot of fun with it because, again, like I said, I love the fact that we can now purchase properties. I've always wanted to do that in the game, but it just wasn't a possibility in single player. But with this mod, now we can roll around the world buying up properties wherever we want. And, oh god, am I stuck in here? Well, this may be interesting. But yeah, we can now buy properties anywhere in the world that we want. Oh, you have to walk back through that door again, and that'll take you back outside. That is, oh boy. Okay, but yeah, that is this wonderful mod. Oh, that's another feature I forgot to show you guys. When you are at a property you own, you can sell it again. Boom. Oh, I accidentally went to go inside. I clicked up too many times. Yep, we're inside, folks. Oh, you gotta love when you press the wrong darn key. Let's go back outside again and do it. Okay, go out the door, then go in the door. That's not glitchy in any form. Again, beta. Remember that, folks. So yes, we can sell that. Yes, and there we are. We got our money back for that building. And yeah, that is the Savehouse mod. I'm just loving this mod just because, again, I've always wanted the ability to buy properties in this game, and now we can do any sort of property we want, including turning, say, this mansion. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Yep, that hurt. We could turn this mansion into a low-end home. For instance, once again, there we go. Great house here. Low-end. Tiny hotel room. Yes, before this guy fights us. Go inside. And now we have this hotel room, or this mansion with a hotel room interior, and apparently more people. Why do they always show up in the hotel room? I don't know. But oh well, that is going to be it for this mod episode today, folks. Yeah, if you would like to download this mod for yourself, you can always take a look at the link in the description, as always, and I definitely hope you do. It is a whole load of fun, and yeah, I of course do hope that you have enjoyed this episode today, and that you do come back for the next. But until then, thank you for watching, my friends, and as always, have a good one.